It's all new with less carbs and more negativity.
Get it out. Get it out of me.
Get ready for Nobody Likes Onions.
Trying a new thing. I'm sitting up on one of my legs, you know, like I'm engaged. I'm trying a new thing where like I'm sitting on a leg. Like, can you guys, did you even hear? We're starting so many new things tonight. I'm so excited you could be here Wednesday night. Thanks for putting up with my long pre-shows. You know, I like to listen to some music and get a little high. I come in here 30 minutes before a show, fire everything up, knock the ice off the lights. And I like to listen to a little music before the show. And I know a lot of people hate it. They go like, pre-show, and then a pre-show, and then it's like, hey, let me tell you something. A lot of these shows, you think Rogan gets you in a mood before he comes on with some quacky scientist? No. We play all kinds of music. It's a vibe. It depends on the night. I'm happy to take requests. I usually will ignore them. Delilah gets it. Check. Early on tonight. Good to see Delilah, Big Irish J. I think Jill Carlson is here. Hopefully we'll have enough time to go over her life tonight. Every time I want to talk about Jill Carlson, we just don't have enough time. We have to cut it from the show. One day I'm going to snap and we're going to do it. And, I don't want to get jars full of piss and tears. Penny Prince is here. Have we ever seen Penny Prince and Dennis Lavender in the same room at the same time? Just asking questions. I bet they all look alike to you. They all who? Say it. Hey, Delilah just started following me over at P-Melt on Instagram. Now, I never put anything up over there on P-Melt on Instagram, but feel free to follow me. Back when I had a comedy career, I posted all kinds of stuff. Feel free to go back through the past 10 years and just look at, a man's Instagram. But now it's all just cuddling with my dog and meats. I'm kidding. I just, I better not get into it tonight. It's nothing about Penny Prince, but I almost went down a road that I don't know if we're ready to go down tonight, my little chicks and chickabees. Somebody said I just watched Big Irish J's Laugh After Dark. Really enjoyed it. I would have been sweating too with all those black jokes while half the faces staring at you were blacks. Wow. I guess that's funny if you know the set. You a dick fast. Okay, well, somebody needs to buy some fucking consonants and punctuation. When did we all start talking like we work at a Popeyes drive-thru? By the way, I shouldn't have to feel guilty every time I go through there and want Blackened ranch. It's the best sauce, and yet I feel like I feel like a goddamn plantation owner driving through a chicken place and ordering chicken and Blackened ranch. And it's not the beautiful woman's fault working the drive-thru. She does her hardest, and it's not her fault that I'm addicted to that delicious Popeyes. If you don't like a Popeyes biscuit, son, God have mercy on your skull. It's the tobacco. May God have mercy on your skull. If you haven't had Popeye's Blackened Ranch, you're missing out. Ranch is for fat Midwestern whites. Blackened Ranch is for people who believe flavor can count as reparations. Am I right? Can I get a hallelujah? We all work at Rick's. That's true. We all work at a Rick's. Penny Princess, I look like Colonel Sanders' grandson. That's fucking great. Holy shit. Yeah, check out Laugh After Dark. They are putting out videos every week, I believe, from the Laugh After Dark Comedy Fest. As well as, is Kyle Anderson here? Kyle, did they put yours out yet? As well as, I think, just individual comics from the Laugh After Dark show that's on Amazon Prime. If you want to buy the full episodes, you can go on Amazon Prime and buy them. Tell them Large Marge sent you. And if you don't want to, I think they're on YouTube. They're probably monetized. Go watch them there, honestly. They probably make more. But yeah, Laugh After Dark has done great with their YouTube channel. They over 10,000 subscribers in just a few months for them over there. So they've done great. What the fuck did I do? You know, I noticed that when I stopped smoking weed, all my dry eye problems started being better. But I think I just did something. I rubbed something in it. Salute, everybody. I am drinking tonight. We're starting early. Colonel Sanders' grandson is a great bit. And I do want to, we're going to start some new things tonight real quick. I got to say, I've been really impressed with the things I've been seeing. Don't check out OYO. It's garbage. I can't endorse it. After seeing what I've seen and the doubling down of stupidity of Matt and Joaquin, I can't endorse it. And this is not a slight at those guys, but I feel like to be stubborn, they're doubling down on being retarded with their business. So, Laugh After Dark is at the OYO. That's a conflict of interest. I can't, I didn't sign up for any spots at that. I really think I'm done with, I'm probably done with comedy. I had my opportunity to film a special. We all know what happened there. And, let's be honest, there's not a show in town that I would do that's interested in having me. So I don't know. The Laugh Factory probably isn't aware of me. Comedy Cellar is not aware of me. Brad Garrett's is aware of me and worked me, and it's a hard pass, I guess. Even after talking to Ed from Brad Garrett's 4 or 5 months ago, saying you're funny, email me, we'll get you in. No replies. So I don't, I'm not one of the guys who begs people to help them out with stuff. Jimmy Kimmel's, I put kind of an olive branch out there to try to come in and do something there, a project. No response, no reply. They're not interested. What they are interested is rapper T.I. coming there to do comedy and headlining. So very quickly, that room is losing all complete credibility. And it really is as somebody who really wants this scene to get better and things to improve here, it really is hard to watch. Like the OYO room, like whatever. That, is it's actually a good room in the middle of a shitty casino. Off the strip. No foot traffic. You got to build a locals audience. And don't even get me started on the World Series of Comedy shit going on there now. It's a garbage fire. And no one's even going to argue that it's a step down for Laugh After Dark to head over there. And believe me, I'd love to like work with Matt and Joaquin and help them and make their club better. I do gentle ribbing about the lighting and the camera placement of all these clubs' clips, And what did Brad Garrett's do? They moved the camera and fixed the lighting. I'm not saying it was me. I'm not saying someone there watches this. I'm not saying the comics in the green room talk. Patrick Melton says our clips look bad. Should we take a look at it? I don't know. I don't know how it all works. But within a month of me mentioning it, better audio on the clips, better camera placement. It's lowered now and more front facing. And the lighting is improved. What's going on over at LA Comedy Club? Still purple as fuck. They've opened a new room called the OYO Comedy Rock and Roll Lounge, and it's just as purple as the other one. It's like you guys are either trolling me, and if so, great troll, because I'm going mad. But it's not hard to control the look and the lights in a room. Again, like I've got green ambient lighting going on here. Ambient is how I say it. But like we straighten it out. We get purple. I can do red. Lights are very easy to configure and set up. This is all easy to do. And this is just my mom's basement. Jay Hollingsworth is at Brad Garrett's all this week. Very funny guy. Go check him out. And by the way, I'll say this about Big Irish Jay. We've met and hung out just a few times, in our life, but what a genuine guy. Like, this is gay as fuck, but I'll lick the tip. What a genuine nice guy who's like gone out of his way to like do some nice things for me that like he doesn't have to do. He doesn't know me from anybody. I think he knows I'm funny and knows I'm probably a detriment to myself in the industry and is trying to help me out. I think he puts a good word out for me and says like, but he's a good dude who I've never seen, I'm sure he cheats on his girl and shit all the time. But I've never seen it. And I want to, be more positive about calling out people in the scene like that I see that are nice, good people. Adam Dominguez put in a word for me somewhere that I wasn't able to. He's just like, I can tell when someone's like a nice, real person, and someone who's a jealous, shitty person. And that's why I want to tonight say that I've been noticing the show on Friday nights that Johnny Brim and AJ have been running. AJ, formerly of Ty Rivera's Ocha Mike, when they had a falling out. This show looks professional. This show looks really nice. The stage looks, the room looks set up well. And I told him privately too, but like I'll acknowledge it publicly. I'm not shitting on everything in this town. I don't know AJ. We've never really talked. I doubt he'll ever talk to me. I don't know him. I don't know if he's cool. I don't know if he thinks this is all funny. I don't know AJ. But I bet he's a nice guy, but there's nothing wrong with AJ. He's never said anything to me. We've had a few, staring contests at shows and stuff. But, working with Ty is a difficult thing. I'm not trying to get him to open up and spill all the beans about how awful Ty was, but yeah, he's over there working with Johnny Brim running this, what is it, Neon Desert Brewing Company, Friday nights. It's not an open mic. It's a book show, I guess. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's an open mic. I don't know. It looks great. The artwork on the posters look great. Everything about that is miles above, and I hear no drama and nothing but good things about that show. And it's AJ Rivera and Johnny Brim. So, congrats to them for running a show that seems good. And, Jay is in the chat and says, 100% Brad Garrett's heard you. So, first of all, that means somebody in Brad Garrett's watches this and probably sees my shows and goes, we don't need to bring in controversy. And that's fine. I don't know what, I can't imagine what goes through Matt and Joaquin's head. They're probably he hates Butch. He hates us. He's an enemy. It's I want you to have, there's no excuse for you not to have good social media clips. I want you to have those. There's no excuse for every reel and photo and everything taken in your showroom to come out purple as fuck. There's no reason. Oh, hold on. He's saying they did not hear you. Okay, but someone there's paying attention. Either way. Maybe that's it. Maybe I know someone at LA Comedy Clubs heard me and they don't give a fuck. So it's either pride or stubbornness or just flat out ignorance. And I know a lot of the people who run the sound and the lighting and the audio at these places. It's bottom tier. It's bottom tier. So I'm not coming in here trying to tell you something that hurts your feelings, and you can fight back and push back and be angry. I bring up, you're having Caitlin Daisy B headline at Chonkla's, and Lex wants to have arguments and fights about the quality of shows there. It's no offense to her. I don't know how good she is. I've never seen her. I have seen clips. It's garbage. How can you book Kool-Aid to headline it one week? By the way, this is $50 all these guys scramble down there for. Just so you know. But, your headline Kool-Aid and Joe Calise, and then the next week you headline Dateline KZB. And you act like that's fine. You headline Summer Sinclair, you act like that's fine. You headline Skippy Sprinkles, you act like that's fine. It's you don't care about the show. Why should we? It's not a lie. It's real. You don't care about it. You think, by the way, it should be an insult to Joe Calise and Dateline KZB and Kool-Aid that they're all being compared on the same level. If I was Kool-Aid and I saw Summer Sinclair there headlining the week before me, I'd have to tap out. Now, I don't know these guys' situation. Maybe they need the rent money. I don't fucking know, and that's fine. Go do it, I guess. Stop acting serious about it. Stop acting like people can see me tonight. They can't. Stop. Everybody's so fucking self-important here. It's so insane. Are you trying your hand at being a smoked meats master now that the comedy is flamed out? Look, I don't claim to be a master. I don't even have a real smoker. I have a pellet grill. Now, what I do is next level pellet grilling. I run my pellet grill, but I actually build a side fire in the main chamber to add additional smoke to my meats now. I'm burning oak wood. I'm burning apple wood. I'm burning hickory. Offset to the side in the same chamber. So I'm pellet grill plus is what I'd say about me. Have you thought about transitioning to acting? Maybe Daddy Derek could get you a show. I understand. I ordered a Frosty from Wendy's, and the sexy black cashier asked if I wanted chocolate or vanilla. I looked her right in the eyes and said chocolate. She smiled. She knew what was up. Jay's going to be at the OYO Sunday. I might pop up there. Maybe I'll pop up there. To the OYO. I bet Lex Las Vegas will be at the OYO Sunday. So now I definitely might go. I got to see what happens. And you know what? I'll do the spotlight. Now I think it's funny. I'll sit there and let him ask me, so where did you stop doing comedy? Fucking Lex Las Vegas. Can you imagine? Hey, give us a thumbs down if you're into this. Jay gave me a good tag once. I don't come here for nice Patrick. I come here for you calling me fatso and old folk. Old fuck. Is this AI NLO? Chat GPT NLO? Irma's here. That's great. There's a few people not sure how much they can say right now. They're filming multiple specials. Oof. We got to see about that. Just because you have a camera up in your club, doesn't necessarily mean you can film a special. Who's doing it? And whose equipment are they using? Who bought them? Did they go buy camera equipment to shoot specials from now on? I got to know. Sunday, pellet barbecue, then OYO. I don't know about all that. I cook for you. You don't show up. You're an emotional bitch. You're like, oh, I'm going to hang out at Sean's. Have you seen Tommy NYC lately? They have a compilation of him being terrible that we should watch. Oh, I haven't seen that. Dee Lilas, it wasn't creepy. I actually scheduled an essay with her shortly after. What is this about? We have other things to talk about today. So anyway, the point is, also, all after shows are now members only. If you're not a member, you're not going to be able to watch. So that's you, Delilah. That's you. Onslaught 43. That's you. Anybody without the cool icon next to their name won't be able to join us in the party pantry. It's only $1.99 now, so that's super cheap. And frankly, if you don't have $1.99, I don't want to hang out with you. Jay says they bought all top-notch equipment and stuff, so that's cool. That's cool. I was talking to Don Barnhart before the holidays. He's trying to launch this Delirious TV channel. People don't understand. I probably have more experience in live streaming comedy than anyone in this town. I'm not that. It's not a humble brag. It's a definite brag. 100%. That's why it's so funny to me to watch David Hewlett haul 19 webcams down to the Oach every Thursday. It's a hoot. So, I do talk to these people, and I consult on a lot of people don't know this. I do make other money in town. I consult on a lot of broadcasts in town, and I don't want to brag, but I've done work for the UFC, Bobby Flay, the Hispanic channel. I couldn't really understand what their name was or what they were saying. I thought Barnhart was in Hawaii now. That doesn't mean anything, and I don't think he is. I think he has a club there. I think he lives in Las Vegas, and you should calm down. The point is, eventually all these conversations with people fizzle out, and then you watch what they do. It's now I'm literally watching Jimmy Kimmel's comedy club deteriorate before my eyes. These guys are so nervous and clueless about their identity and their business model. Like, again, Brad Garrett's Comedy Cellar and the Laugh Factory seem to have it figured out. We're a comedy club. We put on top tier comedians. Like, the day Summer Sinclair gets on one of those stages is the day I'll absolutely choke on my dick. Now, then you have other top tier shows in town like Laugh After Dark and Don't Tell. Every once in a while, one of these fucking dopes will worm their way onto these shows. I'm sorry to say, doesn't mean that they're bad shows or whatever, but like, I can see Kitty Pineapple getting on to the Laugh After Dark stage. It's cringe as fuck. I guarantee you, they're laughing at you behind your back. You know, that's not me spreading any dirt. I can picture Robert and Kelsey laughing at you. But that's the way it is. So when it comes to shows like Ocha and Chanclas and 10-Minute Mike and all these, like, you guys are all playing in your own sandbox. It doesn't, like, no one's trying to fuck with you. No one's worried about Ocha. No one's worried about Chanclas. Tommy NYC is a good one. We probably should check on that. Anyway, it's insane for anyone in this town. It's insane that I don't even want to give it away. I don't even want to give away the idea. It's not insane. Keep doing what you're doing, everybody. It's so retarded. I'm starting a new thing today. My email box is open. There might even be something in it now. Agent O at nobodylikesonions.com. Agent O at nobodylikesonions.com. $2 tips. Every tip you send me about this comedy scene, include a picture, include a video. You're out at a bar mic. You're out on the scene. You're watching this live. I know for a fact that people watch this in their pocket on their headphones while they're at open mics around town. I know for a fact. I hear from you. I'm paying $2 a tip, immediately payable to your Venmo or your Zelle. $2 tip, send it to Agent O. We'll get a stinger made. Somebody make a cool thing. It's like $2 tips. Some cool shit. $2 tips. Send in a tip. Include your Venmo. Immediately you'll get a $2 thing. Hey, just give me a tip. Send in a tip. You guys think I'm joking about this Agent O thing. I'm going to have every eyeball in every show. You want to make good money? You want to make enough for McDonald's breakfast tomorrow? I'm still waiting on these Egg McMuffins, by the way. You can make $10 tonight. You don't need to go drive Uber to do it. Send me 5 tips. Head on down to Chanclas. Send us some pictures. Send us some updates. Send us some tips. My email's open, agento at nobodylikesonions.com. But if you're Lex Las Vegas, film a spotlight, send it to my inbox, and call it a tip. You know, that's content. And I'm happy to pay you. We're doing $2 tips. You might say that's not enough. It's all I got, frankly. And if you think I'm the kind of guy who can't sit around and pay $2 all night long, you're sadly mistaken. We may not be backed by the George Soros levels of billionaire over here, but we have backing. We have serious sponsorships, like Rick's. He sells bottles and bottles of sauce and Blackened ranch. Doesn't it sound bad? Blackened ranch sounds like something. Oh, what is that? Like ranch slaves had to make? Also, by the time this comes out, I think Friday, Jocelyn Sharp's special is dropping on Laugh After Dark. Go check that out. Jocelyn's very funny. I think they are selling 100 limited edition vinyls. That's insane. But, you know, go check out the digital special. I don't, 100 digital vinyl. What are we? What's a digital vinyl? Is that something I just made up in my head? Laughing my ass off at Pat. Making it rain on snitches. Not snitches. Snitches get riches. Snitches get it's a tip. You give me a tip, I give you a tip. For instance, do you want an example? I got a tip today. And this one's about somebody we all know. Why is corseted comedian tagging me in a reel? Look at the titties on this bitch. Oh yeah, she was rocking out for the pre-show. There's a lot of nipples being sent to me by this. Lot of heavies. Okay. So I got a message today, a tip. Never met this guy, I don't think. I think he said we actually did meet. This is a comic who was at Backstop Bar and Cafe in Boulder City on the open mic Monday night. There were two guitar comedians on the same bill. Both were horrible. One of these was Amir, a miracle. Amir has a show over at the Arts Factory called Drunken Donuts. Is that real? Amir was straight up stealing jokes from a comedian named Junior de Guzman, a young Filipino comic to play his guitar. He was doing his jokes and just changing out the Filipino to Arabic. I was like, does nobody notice this? No one's going to say it? Adam Dominguez was there, who I believe booked the show. Carlos Anthony. I don't want to say that. This Amir guy is horrible. Now look, I know Amir. Amir's always been very nice to me. That's what people always say when somebody's a shit comedian too, by the way. Like, look, Amir's always been really nice. Hold on, I've got motion in my backyard. It's getting wild out here in Vegas, man. There's a spider on my camera. Dee Lilas says he always steals. Whew. Snitches rat out criminals. It's is horrible comedy criminal. Thanks, Cali Yogurt. He always steals. That Rob POS owes me money. Oh, Arab. So yeah, it's funny. Like, so we've heard Stoner Rob doesn't pay comics, and we've heard that Amir is stealing jokes from other ethnics. No, I don't know if any of this is true. Look. You've got to know that we already kind of, if you're a guitar comic, we already kind of look at you as less than. It just is. Like, and there's something to a well-written parody song. Patrick Janka back in Florida used to write decent, real parody songs. But you're still capitalizing off the familiarity and the recognition of a melody. My mom is my sister, got drunk, then I kissed her. Are we 2 peas in a pod? We're fucking in the trailer's front yard. Are we? It's like, oh my God, it's White Trash and Sink. That's so fucking funny. Because you change the thing that we know. It's like, it's lazy as fuck. It's also like, if you had to do that without the music, it wouldn't be funny. And it's also a very easy way to not have to write a lot. Are there good guitar comics that I like and respect? Yes. Are there great musical comedians? Yeah. I mean, yes. Yeah. Who's that comic? Henry Phillips. Henry Phillips is good. Who's the Special Olympics guy? The Lynch? I think his name's Lynch. He's on Broadway and stuff. Good singer. But I don't know. Yeah, a lot of it is like just strumming it and in between jokes as an interstitial and kind of John Valby is great. Yeah, all these guys that used to do like O&A and the Dr. Demento show and stuff. Were like earlier. Stephen Lynch. Yeah. Stephen Lynch is great. Henry Phillips. Parody songs. That's how Anthony Cumia became a radio broadcaster. Yeah. Adam Sandler's doing well. Yeah, I mean, but he doesn't do parody songs anymore. Like, that was the 90s, you realize, right? Like, Toll Booth Willie, So, I don't know. Look, there's plenty of talented people doing anything. People write Carrot Top off as just a prop comic, but there's levels to everything. So, I don't know. This guy's just saying Amir's awful. Anyway, $2 tips. Send them in right now. Hold on. What's happening? Melly Belly, that chick you clowned was funny. Polly Wally? Ooh, boy. So, recently, Josh Denny went live with a Jinkum show. Now, as usual, he had 0 people watching. I popped over and started giving him encouragement in the chat room, and then I posted on our stories. Follow us on Instagram, NL Onions, that we were live in Josh's chat room. Come on over, and we filled it. I think we got up to like 20 people just asking Josh questions and stuff. And he never acknowledged it or said anything. It looked like he kept looking at the chat and getting a little concerned and annoyed. But we're trying to be respectful and nice, and it turns out he just never addressed the chat. And you got to wonder, is Josh doing live shows? 2/3 of Dee's pick is Deem Tits. Yeah. She's handicapped. She's handy cushioned, if that makes sense. Here's Josh Denny's Jinkum, number 35. Now, it has 159 views. Over 100 of these were live views. He doesn't know how to trim video. Like, this is sad.
Sounds pretty sick to me.
Yeah, he uses copyrighted music, so I gotta turn this down and talk over it. I'm gonna get flagged. He uses so many copyrighted things that it'll fuck up my whole monetization. I mispronounced it on purpose. Do not email me about that. If you have my number, you can always text me also. Just message NLO at nobodylikesonions.com for my message, and you can send me a thing.
Back to the Jankum show. This has been so long since I've done one of these, and we're doing it from our big time Sports City Sports Show studio. I'm here with my co-host of that.
Somebody said that this studio is a ripoff of the Segura studio, which I think That makes sense. Now, if you skip to 11 minutes in, you'll notice there's one chat at the bottom, and it's NLO saying, I'm the only one watching, but I hope you have a great show. And it's at that point that I go, post it. Somebody says, can you have Tom Myers on? I don't know who that is. So you tell him to reach out to me because I'm not buying a phone book. Is this a new Josh Denny show? I mean, it's a new format. He's keeping the name Jenkum. We had March of the Pigs, and then we had Implications of Josh Denny, and then we had Big Uglies, and then we had Jenkum, and then we had his locals only show. Then we had Last Week Tonight. It's really hard to keep up with all the properties of Josh Denny. But we're trying, so here we go.
Is how racist you can seem.
They pretend that you're your parent.
Here comes the
like
chat.
Parent. And they go like, hey, if you're going to do drugs, do them with me.
Yeah.
I'm watching, but I don't know why. Same, like what is happening.
Friend's parent.
Yeah.
And these are all names you'll recognize from the NLO chat from time to time.
His mom's like, cool, and let's just like fucking, what? Do drugs?
Yeah.
Like, she's not cool. She's neglectful.
Bro, we do them safely. Like, she makes sure nobody out.
So the chat starts going wild.
Besides them being white guys, what all three of them have in common.
And they never
Rich.
talk to the chat.
Successful at the peak of their careers.
The peak of their success.
Mm.
Nobody cared about Leo fucking Younghost till he won an Oscar.
Okay. Fair enough.
Nobody cared about Chris D'Elia doing anything until his podcast was up there.
Yeah.
Nobody gave a fuck about Louis till he just sold his third Netflix special for $60 million. It's once they're at the height of their success, bitches who have aged out that don't want.
Hold on. Somebody says Tom Myers. Is this true? Tom Myers is probably the greatest comedian in the world at the moment. Oh, boy. Have they heard of Summer Sinclair? And Dylan Dillagaff. He has one particular joke about a bong that is comedy platinum. Oh, boy. Tom Myers bong. Holy shit, how old is this dude? Bong hit transplant, is this the bit?
And my next guest is none other than Baltimore's own comedian, Tom Myers.
This is great.
He's gonna do some stand-up comedy.
Tom Myers, say Tom.
Heyo!
Hello. How you guys doing tonight? Everybody having a good time so far?
Wow.
Yeah.
This looks like where Gretchen Bozzart filmed her special. I literally see like light stands and shit.
Mood myself. I was on.
Look at this. Look at this like fucking backdrop pole.
Down here, I stopped at a convenience store. I'm waiting in line to pay, and the guy in front of me puts down a dozen donuts, 2 big bags of Doritos, one of those cheapo 1-gallon bottles of the generic brand fruit punch, and a nasty old rotting banana. And he turns to the clerk and says to him, "My girlfriend just had an operation and she can only eat certain things." I look at him and I go, "Yeah, right. What did she have, a bong hit transplant?"
Oh shit.
That guy's in here right now, isn't he? Oh, shit. So it's an election year. It's an election year. You guys all excited about this election coming up? Yeah.
Come on, man.
Me, I'm an Obama person, but part of me kind of wants Hillary Clinton to take the Oval Office. No, okay, hear me out. What's the first thing Hillary Clinton's going to do when she gets in office? Get back, no. Get back at Bill for all the shit he pulled. That's why I'm going to apply to be an intern. I quit smoking I quit smoking, though, so I don't know if that'll affect my shot, but... When I was in school, I studied history. My favorite piece of history to study was the American Revolution.
They'll be
Why do I
coming
study the American
later.
Revolution?
You'll
Well,
see.
I like it
They're coming.
because,
Don't worry
not because
about
it's the
it.
laying of the foundation
Don't
of
worry
democracy or how
about it. They'll be
ordinary men can
impressive.
rise up to fight against the evils of tyranny. I like that people were able to grow an incredible amount of pot back then and get away with it. That's why I love studying the American Revolution, yeah. All those who are really supporting me behind that are going, I'd applaud, I just don't feel like lifting my arms, dude.
Oh, fuck.
They don't like...
Oh, that's rough. It's not a good impression. I don't even do it well. I gotta really learn her nuances.
I gotta figure it out. I'd like to learn to do it better, if I'm honest. If I'm honest myself.
Bring my next rancher to the stage, please, Miss Summer Sinclair.
Holy shit! This is that show at your mom's house basement. Tom Segura's basement. Your mom's house basement. Your mom's basement. The show that she just did on whenever we did that show, Monday night. This is the comedy a la carte show. If you haven't watched the last show yet, I just put it up today. Check it out. Also, that has a code for 20% off the overdose in it, which I'm not giving out today because we do have to phase it out. But that code will be active for the rest of the month. 20% off the overdose. Support the show. Again, $199 channel membership. Join the channel membership. We will be going over to the after show at some point, and you're going to want to be a part of it. So join up. $1.99. Again, if you're that poor where you don't have that, you know, just leave now because I don't like poors. You think it's mean and like I'm, being economically discriminatory. No. This channel is for people that want to be with it and awake in life and paying attention. And if you can't be out scraping together enough money to give me $1.99 to be the soothsayer that I am, I don't want you here. If you're a guy who takes purple photos at LA Comedy Club and thinks they're fine, we don't want you here. Save your $1.99 for yourself. Okay? Dee Lila gets it. She just joined. So again, it's $1.99 a month. This is piss jar money. And if you can't pay anything, at least like the show. And this has nothing to do with overdose, by the way. If you're a comedian and in the biz and you want free overdose membership, just message me on any platform and beg in your own words. No, but this is serious. You can have overdose. You can have access to all the shows on my platform if you're a comic. Several of you have done that, and you have access. But I don't have any pull over YouTube. I can't make people members. That's why I lowered it to $1.99, which basically gives me 90 cents by the time Susan Wojcicki and the Sword and the Scale get their cut. That's 2 members tonight. Beats for Cats. Thank you so much. It means a lot. I made it cheap because, if we can grow this thing, if we can get, enough people paying $1.99 a month, you get more shows. It'll be encouraging for me to do more shows. But I think that's also very, very fair. So Overdose, complete access to the archives, everything we've ever done, including all these bonus shows and after shows that are live here. But Overdose members can't watch them live here unless they pay the $1.99 YouTube membership. YouTube members will not be able to watch them after they're live. That's the difference. Earl Skakel does pay $13 a month. He could have got it free. He insists on giving me the money. And if Earl, a guy who can do cartoon blackface for a living, can afford to do it, I'm pretty sure you all can. So thanks to Dee Lila. New member, thanks to Beats for Cat. I don't know what that is, but it sounds like a dope channel to put on when you leave the house for your cats. A lot of times cats want to nap when you leave. Not if you put on Beats for Cats. It's just And your cats will be like, I can't even sleep. This is so dope. Your mom's basement theater. And what's crazy is this is, way more of a pro show than we'll ever be at Chonkla's Takatoria. Let's go check the inbox to see if we have any $2 tips. Remember, I'm paying $2 instantly for any tips. Mailed to agento@nobodylikesayings.com. Trey, it's just, think of it as like you handing me a tip and I just reach out and shake your hand with a couple bills folded in. $2 tips, just include your Venmo name. We don't do Cash App. That's for scams. Will you have Dan Ninen back on for a follow-up interview? I would love to. He wouldn't answer anything. He disappeared. He stopped all the harassment over email to everybody. If you haven't watched our Dan Ninen interview, it's 3-hour deep dive. Check it out. It's on the channel. Dan Ninen, Nainan. Like the Indian bread. Just kidding. It's not. Don't spell it like that. Guys, here we go. Summer Sinclair, this is for Monday night. A show called The Rant. Remember? It's like, buckle up, Buttercup. They're going to tell you like it is. These 3 fat women. Hey, look, it's all the women from the M&M commercial.
Bring my next ranter to the stage, please, Miss Summer Sinclair.
They're not all fat. I don't know why I said that. It's just fun to call people fat. Right, Jay? You fucking tub of shit.
I know the secret of getting married now.
I know the secret of getting married now. I know the secret of getting married now. I know the secret of getting married now. I can tell you the secret of getting married now.
Why is everyone on stage? You don't know how shows work, Jay. You sound like a real amateur bitch. Right now.
You gotta be Asian, right? That's it. I know it now. I never was married. Now I know. Maybe in my next life, I could be Asian.
Oh boy.
I'm going to talk about.
I like to say.
Talk about vegans. That's going to be my rant. All right.
My rant tonight. My rant is entitled "Vegans." I'll be ranting about the vegans. Now, why are these vegans out here? We're all eating meat. Why are they not eating the meat? Have you never had the meat?
I can hear her. Hold on. I can hear her down as an impression. I can get her down as an impression. Penny, call in. I'd love for you to call in. Go ahead. 323-825-4990. Somebody type it in our chat. 3 more nasal and phlegmy. Okay.
I know the vegans are out there. What annoying with them is when they make like a vegan hot dog and you put it on the grill and it's like you're just grilling tofu. It's not even a real hot dog that you're having.
323-825-4990. That should patch through. It's been a minute since we did a call. Actually, give me I don't know. He probably doesn't want to call. He's probably out of the show. Penny's one of the guys. He's probably like doing all these mics. Let's go watch. I'm kidding, by the way.
I'm a single person, and I like to go.
I'm a single person.
She says that with optimism, like any day she's going to meet a man. It's like, it's been 100 years. How old are you? Literally. Like your Depends are wearing Depends. This bitch is like, it could happen any day. I could run into a man. A man who what? Wants to be a woman who talks like a molested 14-year-old for a living? That's what this voice sounds like. It sounds like you were touched when you were a child. Were you a child? And were you touched? Or were you? Panny Prance is on the phone. Hello? Uh-oh, hold on. We might have an audio issue. I don't know if he can hear me. Audio settings. Oh, hold on. Fuck. What about now? Now I can't hear him. Hold on. Speakers. We'll get it. Hold on. Hello?
I can hear you.
Okay, now we got it. All right, now we got it.
Yeah.
All right, Panny Prance.
Hello?
Panny Prance is here.
Yeah.
You can do a Summer impression?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I just wanted to say that I'm a huge fan. I'm a big fan of your show. I watch it all the time. It's Patrick. Now you need to have me on your show. I really want to be on your show.
I think she probably thinks it's all. I wonder if she's even aware of it. She's probably not even aware of it.
I don't know. Maybe. I mean, she she thought that I was like the booker for like Wise Guys, so she was like looking at me crazy for like a couple months. So I don't really.
Yeah, because there's a chick there who books it named Penny.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh God. Hold on. People think yours. People think your impression's better than mine. I think.
Really, I'm not in chat right now. So
they're saying, "Oh my God,
right,
holy shit!" All right, thank you. That was great.
No, thank you. I appreciate the time.
You know, we should get together for lunch sometime and have a... Oh, you hung up on me. That's rude. It's so rude to do it.
Yeah, it's. I've never met her in person, and it's hard to pick up on. But I think we all agree this is a voice you should only hear if you walk into the wrong room at a nursing home. This is like,
who are you looking for? Come on in and play canasta. I would love to do a comedy show for you. I used to do comedy when I was younger. I used to live in New York City, and then I went to LA for acting, and then I went back to Chicago. I would fly back and forth from Chicago to LA. I got so many parts. If you ask me what the parts are, I couldn't even begin to tell you. They were independent films. I think I played a pile of goo on the roof of a car once. Just a bunch of bottom of the barrel shit you'll never hear. And then it never really happened for me in love life. You know, I never met a man who was interested in me. I thought if I just kept being funny and getting good movie roles and working on my auditions, then eventually it would all click for me, but it never really came together.
holy fuck.
Restaurants. I go to restaurants every day because I can't cook or anything.
I go to restaurants every day. I couldn't imagine.
if you gave it to me, right? So I would go. I go to every kind of restaurant there, and I always have a problem. They see a single person in a restaurant, and they never treat you right.
They think loser.
As soon as you come in, you like to sit in the bar area all the time. It doesn't matter if it's crowded.
And I'm like, where am I going to put my wheelchair?
They want to stick you in that bar area. And I don't know why they want to put me in the bar area. Is it a dating service? Am I going to meet my next Asian man?
She's cracking herself up with these callbacks that we don't understand.
They think that I'm an alcoholic. That could be too, They don't know that I take a lot of prescription pills, though.
We do.
Maybe they want to get me drunk, and maybe they want to set me up with some person next to me there. And usually if they do put you next to somebody in the bar area, it's somebody really heavy, or they put all this shit next to you. They put their...
Look what she's wearing, by the way. Where's the full body shot here? It's like sandals. It's like if you were making out with your girlfriend on the couch in high school and your mom shuffled out of her room. Her Percocets wore off.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you had company.
This is how she goes out, It looks like, like what Mrs. Claus dresses like on Christmas Eve when Santa leaves town. Like, fuck yeah, I'm just going to put on Netflix, get some cocoa, throw on my sweats.
But not for me. For me, this is a show outfit. I'll wear this at the show. I look sharp. People won't even notice that I'm shuffling around in pretty much prison attire.
I mean, this is what you wear to prison. Look at it. It's crazy. If this was orange, we'd be like, she's escaped. But no, it's red, so we're like, cute. I mean, look more sloppy. I mean, this hair hasn't been seen since The Ring. This is the face of a special ed student who gets to sing on America's Got Talent as like a Make-A-Wish.
I can't even believe I'm here. It's an honor just to be cremated. It's so good to be here inside of a black box studio next to a Chinese restaurant.
No, look, she's hotter than Kathleen. She's hotter than my lady, but that's not a high bar to shoot for. She sounds like Victoria Arnstein. This is Kroger Chic. On another episode of Pimping Out Granny. Yeah, it's like what coked up hookers wear on the corner in small meth towns. Why is there a folding tray for TV dinners on the stage? Your white trash is showing. Can't tell if she's a tall midget or a short regular. Yeah. All of this is correct. I want to hear the bar story. Do an impression of her doing an impression of anything else. Sounds exactly the same. The one voice of Summer Sinclair.
Yeah, I like to do an impression. Do you guys want to hear an impression? This is Christopher Walken. If he was getting on an airplane, okay? Christopher Walken, if he were getting on an airplane. I'm trying to get on this airplane over here. Why don't you let me on this airplane? Okay, thank you, everybody. That's Christopher Walken getting on it. You guys want to hear another? You like impressions? You want another impression? Okay, this one is Seth Rogen. If he wanted a little extra mustard on his hot dog, go ahead and put a little extra mustard on there. I don't mind. Seth Rogen, everybody.
That's what she does. Summer impressions, spot on.
But maybe they want to get me drunk, and maybe they want to set me up with some person next to me there. And usually, if they do put you next,
Imagine this being your material.
bar area, it's somebody really heavy, or they put all their shit next to you. They put their bags and they put.
She's talking about fat people, Jay. Let's get her.
And you're eating like this, and it's just awful. And then another thing. When they do seat you, and then you say to them, they ask you what you want, and I said, well, I like to have a cup of coffee. And they'll give me the coffee there, and they don't give me a spoon. None of them. Every restaurant. I don't.
Like, this is just what I was talking about with that Anna chick the other night, the realtor comic. It's like, these are just like lonely women who need to talk. These aren't bits. It's like, how come every place I go to, they don't give me a spoon with my coffee? And then people laugh. And she goes, right? And then she moves on to another thing. It's like, these aren't jokes. It's dumb, wine mom, observational, nostalgic shit. It's shit. Like, this isn't a joke. Elmo Summer. It is close to Elmo. That's not a bad thought.
No, they think the waiters, they're the millennials nowadays.
What?
They think it's Starbucks.
The millennials nowadays.
In my day, the millennials, they were better. Back in 1960, our millennials, they knew what was up.
Yeah, they were 70.
Still,
What's the deal with them not giving you a spoon with your coffee? It's like, right. That's not a thing any coffee place does. They give you stirrers. Don't get me wrong. If you're having a cup of coffee in Amsterdam and it's served in a real glass and you're at the Illy, okay. Europe aside. The
other day I went and got a lobster roll and they didn't even give me any sprinkles.
It's like, yeah, that's not a thing offered.
How come when you go to when you order a side of mashed potatoes, they never fill it up with ketchup?
Huh. Never thought about it that way.
They don't understand that you have, you take your milk, and you got your black coffee, then you mix it together.
Way to Europe brag, Patrick. You're goddamn right. I've been paid to speak there. I've been paid to do comedy there, and I've been there quite frequently, okay? 3 Oktoberfests in Munich under my belt, and I dare you to come for me. I've been to Amsterdam twice. It's lovely. It's the only place I've ever been to a 2 Michelin star restaurant and then had to get a chicken sandwich afterwards because I was so hungry from all the pretentious bites of foam food. No thanks. Frites to go. But yeah, I'm very fancy, so get it down. Put that in your notebook.
Smear it around somehow. I have to take a fork or a knife and dip it in and smear it around all the time. They don't know it, and it's just awful. And then now I'm going to talk about the vegans there.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a pescatarian.
She always tells us what she's gonna talk about.
Fish. I don't eat meat, but I eat fish because I think that they're not really animals.
Kind of dumb.
Yeah, they're not. They're just swimming around. They don't know what the hell they're doing. They're just like there, whatever. And these vegans, they always have this pompous attitude. Here, I'm gonna put something on there. Here. Oh, here we go. Oh, where was I?
Paid me $10 for what? What are you talking about?
It's the cow. Yeah, they always have this pompous attitude. They always think they're better than everybody else. Oh, I eat carrots. I am healthy. You ever look at these vegans? Do they look healthy?
They look fat.
Some of them are really fat, and they have more health problems than anybody, or they look like concentration.
I think she's mad that I'm fat. All this, like, as soon as I start talking about somebody, they come back with like passive-aggressive fat material, like Ty Rivera. It's like, yeah, I'm fat. I had to eat so much it stretched my body out to be enormous to give you something to talk shit about. You know, because otherwise I would just be a flawless human being with perfect thoughts and ideas, and there'd be nothing to tear apart. Just a genius in front of you on your screen, accessible at any time with perfect opinions. But no, God knew you couldn't handle that. So he had to give me a flaw. The weight. Now, I'm so handsome and tall that I carry it well. And not in a big Irish J way where you hide your children the minute he comes out of the parking lot. Okay? That's frightening and freakish. If you're over 6'5", and I'm sorry, I'm 6'5", it's the limit. It's just a natural limit. If you put a 6'5" guy up, they're going to go, wow, he's tall. You put a 6'6" guy up, they go, what's wrong with him? Big Irish J, I think, is 6'11" and a half. What are you, 6'8"? 6'8", I think. Jesus, bro. Jesus. How much do we want to stretch the taffy? It can't be good on his insides. It can't be good on his insides. You know? And it's stretching the wrong part. It's all the middle, the tummy. You know? Stretch the legs. Patrick's my goal weight. It's going the wrong way. You all so wrong. It's going so the wrong way. Is this a live podcast lady show? No, this is just a one-time event. They don't know what they're doing. They're just moving around. How did you give me $10? I didn't get $10. But I appreciate you attempting to. You see how fat the herpy lump on Ty's face got? I'll send you the pic. I think it's from all his piercings and shit. Big Irish J's a fat 8. Maybe. Come check on them. The insides, Patrick. I don't know. I think it's too tall. I think it frightens children. I think it's off-putting. You know, anytime he walks into a bathroom stall, I know I can almost see over into the next stall, so I know he's looking. I guarantee he looks at everyone's dick in the next stall. How could you not? How could you not? You know, be real. You be checking out dicks. And look, you know, I don't want to. I imagine a guy like Big Irish J has a very medium penis. He just seems like a medium penis energy guy. Not small, but not big. I feel medium. Patrick, what's medium? 5 to 7 inches. And by the way, that's, you know, more than most of us could hope for. I got a inch and a half. You ever seen an acorn on a cold day? You ever see like somebody finds like cicada eggs? And they open up like a ring box and they're like, look at this. And it's like, remember those? Oh, here, you remember those orange peanuts you would get on Halloween? Yeah, I think that'd be cool. If my dick was that big when it's hard. Jay says, gracias, medium. Thank you. Is that, I don't know if you're saying it's bigger or not. I don't, I'm being honest. That's large, Pat. 5 to 7's large. You're not clicking on the right stuff. Cause I guarantee you, I guarantee ya. 4 views on this, by the way, Summer Sinclair's got. So this is going great.
Either one, it could go either way. And they always think that you're bad because you're eating some kind of protein. And I don't feel bad about eating the fish. It's okay. I like eating them.
Do you have like our octopus? Okay, like
yeah. Octopus.
Whoa! Octopus. Fucking the Benson. 5 minutes into the set, it's the Benson interruption. All of a sudden, what's going on?
Shellfish. I'll eat a shark. I don't care.
Dolphin.
Oh, what happened? I lost it. Oh, okay. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Okay. All right. See, they would eat.
She brought a slide of a picture of a cheeseburger.
No, this is called a cheeseburger.
Burger, right? And they think, oh, I eat this Impossible Burger. I'm saving the animals. I care about the animals. Why eat something that tastes like an animal? If you care so much about the animal, why eat something that tastes like an animal? I ate this Impossible Burger, and I can tell you that it does not taste like a hamburger. Have you ever had like alligator or it has that kind of taste, that rub.
Like, this is these whole people's act is like, have you ever had, remember there was a guy who, you ever seen that? That's the whole bit. Remember, it's Memberberry's comedy. Like, what the fuck is going on? And by the way, if I call it out, I'm an asshole. Lex Las Vegas and Trez Mala are like, fuck you, she's a headliner. It's like, and I was thinking about this on the last show, when we were just attacking women needlessly for fun. I was asking you for who's the funny women in Vegas. I started out, name one funny woman, and by the end I was like, name 5. But you guys were, and what was coming up was Kathleen Dunbar, Nikki Carr, Vicky Barbalak. And I got to thinking about that today, and I was like, all these are like older women comics. So they came up at a different time when there were no shortcuts and they respected the art form, and they had to look up to people like Roseanne or like who's the chick who dresses like she works at the Olive Garden, Paula Poundstone. Like these were the comic inspirations at the time, transition into people like Lieberman or Gold, Judy Gold and stuff like that. But now it's just like every dumb bitch who dyes her hair purple thinks like, I have some thoughts. Or like every woman who's lonely at age 60, just like, I'll go scream into a microphone. And you have just throngs of dummies wanting lost, broken people who are looking for something. And by the way, this crosses so many spectrums. From Kitty Pine to Casper, who are bouncing from thing to thing to thing to thing, looking for somewhere to belong in an identity. I'll change my sex. I'll change my gender. I'll change my I was a rapper. I'll be a comedian. Anywhere to get my whoop whoops. I got to get my ding dongs and my whoop whoops. So it's not even about comedy with these people. That this component could be anything. They do this at the karaoke bar. They take it over and make it about them. They do this at work. It's why they're on marriage number 3. It's why they're alone at age 60 thinking like any day it could happen. It can't. You never figured it out. We all started running because we sensed the treadmill was moving. These are dumb fucking bottom of the barrel people. If these people lived in a different place in time, they'd be dead. They'd be dead. It's not an insult. They would be. They can't figure it out. Life. They look at somebody like Dave Chappelle or God, even Big Iris J or Trix. They look at comics around them and go like, I can do that. You can't. You can't. In what world? You ever seen a guy, he doesn't have his headlights on when he's driving? It's like, how do you not know your headlights aren't on? That's a bit to these people. And you all want to walk around acting like it's fine. Let's headline her. It's fine that you want to do that. You're lowering the bar and retarding this entire industry. I won't sit and have conversations with people about whether or not she's a real comic. It's like, I don't know what you're looking at. She's from Brooklyn, by the way, but not Chicago. Yeah, but she did an interview about living in Chicago and going back and forth from Chicago to LA for auditions and projects. I love Dunbar so much. She's the best. Again, but all the real comics in Vegas you'll find, and by the way, I don't know of a young under millennial aged female comic. That's not true. In New York, there's plenty. But New York makes you swim. Here, motherfuckers tread water and think they're superheroes. So, people may not want to join in this fucking drum that I'm beating, but if you ever expect this to get better, you have to knock it off. You can't look, Lex, this isn't an insult about chocolates. I've never had their tacos. I don't give a shit if they're good or not. I'm not coming. But you can't headline Kool-Aid one week and Caitlin Daisy B one week. She's not good. It's not good. I know she's your friend. I know she's hot. I know you're hoping that it falls out with her baby daddy and you can hit it. I don't know what the deal. I don't know. I'm talking out my ass. The point is, she's not ready to headline, and that's what you should tell her should she ever ask. When Summer Sinclair asks to headline, you should tell her she's not ready. When Joe Lowers comes knocking at your club and says, do you want to let us run the World Series of Comedy at your club? You should say, no, thank you. We've had a look at your brand. We've listened to stories from some people who have been involved in your projects. You're not a good guy. You don't keep your word. It's kind of scammy. And we're not going to run your 19 showcase shows of World Series of Comedy. But not Matt and Joaquin. Matt and Joaquin go, oh, money, 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 because they don't pay any comics. Money, 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 money. We'll sell so many drinks. It's going to be great. That's all they give a fuck about. They don't trust that if they put up good comics and do good shows, the rest will fall in place and they'll develop a reputation and they can charge more and they can do great shows. There's a reason the ticket costs more to go to a good club than LA Comedy Club. There's a reason they package together an all-you-can-drink deal and a bracelet and If you're staying here, it's half off. And residents get this. And are you a teacher? And you ever go to like a mattress store and they're like 40% off today? It's like, I don't want to patronize a business that can take 40% off their margin. Still make a very healthy profit. That means they're just absolutely ram-fisting you the rest of the year. So all these places that every week do 2-for-1s and all this kind of shit, it's like you're all lost. None of you know what you're doing. I don't know. You guys like all read a business pamphlet from the 1980s and think 2-drink minimums. Make them think it's half off. It's like you're all fucking dumb and blind. Jesus Christ. Like, do a little market research. Figure it the fuck out. You're all broken and lost. Just like, I heard. No. Keep headlining Summer Sinclair. And next week, Big Irish J. It's like, isn't that insulting? Big Irish J? Jesus. Free female comedians get to go up. Yeah, it's fucking insane. Like, I'm not saying you have to be mean to everybody, but be real. What are we doing? And by the way, only half of you have hit the like button. That's horseshit. Get it to 27 or we're out of here. I swear to God, you mug fugs.
Be consistent, you know.
They're not endangered. It's okay.
Yeah, well, I've had alligator. It's not bad, but don't say it tastes like a cow. No. It's like chicken. It doesn't taste like chicken either. It tastes like alligator. Yeah.
So they charge money for this show.
They think that's a help
for unfunny women to make unfunny banter back and forth to each other. And I'm sorry, this isn't a sexist thing. We were doing that last show. This is fine. If you're a funny woman, you're a funny woman. This is garbage. It's not even. Jay keeps saying like they're giving her tags in real life. In real time. They're not, these aren't tags. It's shit. Alligator tastes like chicken. It's like, these aren't bits. These are afterthoughts of dumb women who should be eating a piece of pie and talking amongst themselves. No recordings running, audio or video. This is a waste of film. 4 people have seen this and 4 people have wasted portions of their life. There was a comedian in Vegas named Mia Moore. Somebody mentioned her the other day that came on the scene, had some good stuff, but she wasn't good, but was attractive and everyone loved her because she was hot and got a ton of opportunities. That's the other thing is like you'll get a lot of hot women who aren't funny getting opportunities and like ugly women who are hilarious or really good writers not getting opportunities. So yeah, I heard that somebody said the other day that Mia Moore was great and then she quit. And I said, I beg to differ. I bet she wasn't great. And you're saying now that she wasn't great. Look, I'm sure she had some new stuff. It's like no one's coming on the scene 2 years. I'm telling you, especially now. Like, fuck, even when I was coming up and touring the country nonstop, it was tough to make money if you didn't have merch that could sell. But I'd be lucky. I could make $600 in a weekend from an improv or a funny bone opening for somebody. And if I really crushed it at shirts, I could sell $1,500 to $2,000 in shirts and CDs. But these days are gone. You see it everywhere you go. Every comic's asking for money on Venmo and Cash App while flexing the tour that they're on. You know, it's super cringe and embarrassing. Summer should do how-to basic videos for kids, how to tie your shoes. Oh, basic how-to. I think, man, how-to basic. If you haven't seen how-to basic on YouTube, wake up. How to Get Yourself a Bowl of Cereal, stuff like that. She was fine. She wasn't bad, but she was 21 or 22 starting out. Maybe she had potential, but she got a huge head start over others. Yeah, I mean, it just happens. I think, especially now, women and trans people, it's like literally I had a booker tell me when I was like, Kitty Pineapple is awful. Like, she's objectively bad. Like, there's nothing there. Look, it's not even somebody like Summer where there's no jokes. Summer has no jokes. David Lee has written jokes, and these are the ones he's, that have risen to the top, the cream of his 15-year stand-up career. They're garbage. They were garbage delivered as a man, and they're worse delivered as a woman. And this is all mixed up with him going through a divorce and figuring out his identity. And this is a guy who's terrified of honesty, terrified of looking at himself, terrified of being open with anyone, and terrified of being real. So you shall not be a good comic, ever. Because bearing your soul is part of it. And if you haven't figured that out at 15 fucking years, if you can't come out with any real material that talks about you in a funny way with all this shit you're going through right now, you don't deserve it. You're a basic bitch comic. It's sad. Putting Kitty Pineapple on stage to do an hour is such a cruel exercise. It's not fair to her. It's not nice. Thanks for the 27, though, guys. Waldeck check. Goulby mentioned more and was standing for her. She was cute and more clever than other open micers, but not ready for any of the opportunities she was getting. The same thing about Ryan Barassa. I saw Ryan Barassa once, and I thought, oh, he's got potential if he sticks with it. It's too bad he's a lying, disingenuous cuck of a boy who, again, is one of these lost SJW grifters. He goes on shows where people like suck his dick about how successful his channel is. It's like, that's so cringe, dog, when you get 20 views on everything. If that, for a guy who uploads 19 videos a day of him playing Red Dead Redemption, again, guys who change their name all the time, Red Dead Ryan, like, what the fuck are you doing? Figure it out. And you never stick with anything even long enough to see if it sticks. It's like, how dare you get anything? When we first started doing these YouTube shows 2 years ago, we'd get 10 fucking viewers. Now I'm sitting here with 45. Is that insane? No. Is it better? Yes. What if I just gave up? No. I know there's enough audio listeners out there to support it. I'm trying to get people to come over to YouTube. Let's get this going. But, we're all guilty. I'd be lying if I said, I've never put girls on shows because I was banging them or interested in them or whatever. Like, that's just the way it is. And by the way, I know a million female producers who are fucked comics they put on or put guys on who shouldn't have been. Like, it goes both ways. These aren't, this predatory behavior we want to believe is all on one side of the aisle. Isn't. Adam Dominguez, I like women. Then why didn't you put any on that show you did at Kimmel's? Wait, I put Kitty Pie. Adam, if you're be 100% honest. You put Kitty Pineapple on that show because she took you on tour and you thought maybe there'll be some potential for that in the future. You put Will on that show because first of all, it's not that I don't believe he's better than most. He probably is. I do see it. But he books shows and stuff. Like, it's all handshaky, glad handy bullshit. Damn, Pat. Who's Pat?
These lights will guide me home.
Mia's cool. I'm not trying to trash her. I'm just saying she got a lot of opportunity before she was ready. Like has been said, and good for her. She should take advantage of all she could. Yeah, I agree. I don't blame the women who take advantage of the chances they're given. Fair enough. That is the way the world works. That is how things are traded. So, and by the way, yeah, I've banged women that I've put on shows. I should say one. I've actually only had sex with one comic. And I put her on a show as a favor to a friend, not because I was trying to fuck her. And I actually didn't even see her set. And then I met her at a party later that night, and it happened. But I can't. What is this? Hello?
Hi, it's Diaz, and I just want to capitulate.
Is this Summer Sinclair?
No, it's Diaz, and I just wanted to try and capitulate.
Oh, it's sorry, it's Diaz Mackie?
Yes, it's Diaz. I'm at 18 then, and I'm about to rape someone.
You're at 18, Ben, and you're about to attack a woman sexually.
Yes, but she wanted it, so I'm capitulating.
Wow, Diaz, this
Hold
is...
on. I'm crazy. I'm capitulating.
Why are you giggling like Michael Jackson every time you talk, Diaz?
Because I love little boys.
You didn't say anything about that in your new special. I'm
comfortably unfunny.
Okay, well, this seems... where's the woman now? Does she know that you're taking a break from attacking her to...
She passed out after she saw 2 minutes of my special.
She passed out after she watched 2 minutes of your special.
Yeah, I didn't even have to use the rehypnol.
So she only made it halfway through.
Yeah. I realized I need to do a re-edit of my special.
Yeah, Diaz, why do you call it your hour special when it's 37 minutes and only about 19 minutes of stand-up?
Because I was too busy capitulating to count the 9 right.
Now,
okay, I've got to go. I see a policeman coming. Bye.
Okay. Be careful out on those streets. It's dangerous out there. Diaz Mackie, apparently. I don't understand that impression because Diaz doesn't have like a high voice. I'm Diaz Mackie. That's not how Diaz talks. Diaz is down here. Diaz is down at this level. Capitulating. Okay. People want to know who that was. I don't know. I couldn't begin to tell you. We have no $2 tips sent into it definitely wasn't Diaz. I do have to agree with you there. But Diaz, if you are watching,
Stop breaking the law, asshole!
just a friendly word of advice. Who knew he sounded so much like Summer Sinclair? Oh, fucking hell. Can we finish our set? We're only halfway through this 11-minute set. By the way, this set of Summers is longer than Angie Krum's Comedy Cube special. That's fucking insane. If you haven't joined yet, hit the join button. Go to our channel, hit the join button. Not subscribe, join, pay the $1.99. You're not going to be able to see the after show. You think I'm talking shit now? Wait till we roll tape. Wait till we get to Jill Carlson.
Healthy thing to eat, and it's not really a healthy thing to eat. What else I got here?
What else I got here?
Oh, I think we did it. There we go.
Oh, okay, all right. The vegan leather, all right? I think if you're going to wear something that looks like an animal, wear the real thing.
Some of us are poor, Summer.
There's always goodwill.
Cold.
You can always find a leather jacket somewhere, you know.
What is she on? No one's face looks like this. This looks like if you took silly putty and just mashed it into the palm of your hand. Like, what's going on? This is the look of a woman who has a very, very emergency shit sneaking up on her. Like, that's the look of worry on her face. Like, I'm about to shit myself. Does anybody have a porta potty? I don't know what's happening in my bowels.
No. I don't know. Maybe go to one of your relatives want to get rid.
I don't know. Maybe go to one of your relatives.
So she talks in broken English. Like, what made her think, like, oh, speaking for a living will be great? Like, in what world? In what world?
I should go on podcasts and tell people a piece of my mind.
Oh. Susan Jones and Lindsay Glazer are funny in Vegas. I think Dee Lilas mentioned Susan earlier. I don't think they live in Vegas. Do both of those people live in Vegas? I don't know. Yeah, they're working pro comics. I mean, Susan's about to blow up if she keeps eating like that.
I don't know. But this vegan leather, it's the worst thing they ever made. First of all, we're in Vegas. It's hot here. We sweat and everything. Could you imagine wearing like what?
I mean, imagine thinking this is comedy material.
These things, it's gonna peel. It's gonna crack.
Yeah, she's Eric Stoltz.
Attacked right now. Just
yeah. It's gonna stick to your skin. And people's gonna think you got leprosy. I'm just saying that.
I'm just saying.
I think there's something wrong with it. Pieces of the leather is gonna be attached to your body, and it's just it's not a good look. That's the Asian look?
Just saying, female comedians, we always gotta.
She keeps making a callback, but she just says Asian. Holy shit. Susan Cupcake Jones in the chat room. She says we both own homes here. LOL. Thanks, guys. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know that you were based here. Sorry. In case you haven't heard, I'm not a comic. I'm not on the scene. And does Lindsay own a home here or just rent one from an NBA player? Jesus fucking Christ.
Leather jacket.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay, yeah.
I wear this to work too.
Oh, yeah.
Hers is probably real. Mine is, as I said, Kohl's clearance section.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Do you guys have a room I can rent? You know, I've been doing this show in my mom's basement so long that I need a new room to rent. I'm very poor. And I'm being attacked and ridiculed by a bunch of men who live in apartments with other men. And I find that to be hurtful and disgusting. So I'm looking to rent a room from a guy who, I don't know, Oh, Susan donated $22.22. What's the significance of that? Oh, like the tips of twos. Wow, so much dollars. Thank you so much for that, Susan. That's amazing. This is a flex on everybody else in the chat. You know, only her and Big Irish J can afford to tip me like this. And Sword in the Scale. Check out their app. I love private jokes. They're the best. Attention, private jokes here. Okay, guys. That's called a dad joke. Cruise ship money. You say so. Susan, like, help me out. I think, I was saying, like, all the real women comics in Vegas are older women. Now, I don't mean old. What's Lindsay Glazer in her 40s? But it's a different time. It's like I'm in my 40s. I started over 20 years. No, coming up on 20 years now. 20 years ago, like there was a different respect for it. That was in October. It's 20 years. Now I've quit, so I don't count all this time now. But like, I couldn't bring myself to go up on stage and do that. What a waste of everyone's time. Like, it's so disrespectful. And, on the one hand, I'll go like, yeah, I'd love to be on the stages that are good in this town. They're not interested. Some are more open than others. I feel like Brad Garrett's is probably the most open. Laugh Factory is probably pretty open if you do it right. Cellar's a little tougher nut to crack. And once they have this ecosystem of comics, I mean, is it Mark Cohen who's always down there at the Cellar? Something Cohen. And Dunbar and Big Irish J and it's like the same guys all the time. And not that it's bad. It's just like they clearly like have a standard of quality. And then like once they meet their enough to like fill it, they do it. It's kind of like the same model as the LA Comedy Club, only on the other end, of the quality spectrum. Same type of model where they'll work the same comics every other month, but a completely different paradigm of quality. There's no mentoring here, says Susan. Yeah, I mean, there is. You got Angie Krum and Linda Marcus Smith holding a luncheon for women comedians every week, telling them how to do it. It's like, I don't know, call me crazy. I don't want to take a comedy class from someone who's begging for haircut appointments in between shitty, blurry comedy flyers every other week. I don't think you have it figured out. And again, Linda Marcus Smith, I don't know her, but, aside from every young comic thinking it's hilarious to mention how bangable she is, I have a feeling she's Summer Sinclair plus 10 years. That's my vibe of her. I've never seen her. I don't know. Maybe she's a comedy juggernaut. You have the Amanda Cohen chick we looked at last time. She's not awful, but old-fashioned and a little laid back. Look, that can be your niche. You don't have to be me on stage to be a good comic. The point is, like, there's people here who like aren't in the universe of near professional who are getting like paid gigs, and like in no other world would this happen. In no other world would this happen. I was talking to Chris Clark, white Chris Clark, up in Seattle. Because I guess he used to run some shows or clubs up there. And we were talking about this today, but it's like these people are in like just weird bubbles of delusion that like everyone else seems to be co-signing for some reason, that none of this furthers anybody or makes anybody better, but just helps heap on so much delusion that when someone comes along, like Lex Las Vegas and the owners of Chanclas are losing their mind because Garrett Hall said the tacos weren't good and that there's too much stage time. It's like Summer Sinclair is headlining 2 shows a week in Las Vegas. There's too much stage time. You also, guys, every open mic here and little booked bar show has a headliner or a featured comic, and it's like you're also self-important. You're losing the big picture. And no standards, by the way. We couldn't get Diaz. Let's get Casper to do it. We couldn't get Casper to do it. Let's get Caitlin Daisy B down here. Any warm body that can stand up there and pretend to talk for 15 minutes, we'll put them on stage. That's this town in a nutshell. So it's difficult to even begin to tear out who belongs where because it's so fucking jumbled. Again, 1 week at Chanclas, you'll have a comic who can go on the road and headline a club there, Joe Calise. And then the next week, Caitlin Daisy B's headlining it. It makes Joe Calise should call up and go, what's happening? And next time they offer him the same money and want him to go back there, he should say, excuse me? Linda is terrible, speaks incredibly slowly, got comedy coaching from Ty. It's right. So these women, Angie Krum and Linda Marcus Smith now, who I don't know, but it seems to be the verdict that she's shit, have deluded themselves so far into this that they're running workshops for women on how to succeed at comedy. I don't know what Linda Marcus Smith does, but I'd be willing to bet it's State Farm. And Angie Krum cuts hair in her kitchen. By the way, not her kitchen, a kitchen in a room she rents back and forth between here and LA, depending on who she's fucking that week. Yeah, I guess let me see what you got. As if there's a curriculum or ideas cultivated. Like, if I ever do start a comedy workshop, I won't. But let's say I do. It'll have a plan. I wouldn't want to waste your time. At least Ty's giving out Comedy Tip Tuesday. Maybe awful advice, but it's free and there for the taking. You can listen to his opinion and adapt it to yourself. There might even be some good stuff in there. Who knows? He's done enough of them. They're garbage. Was that really Diaz? I think it was. Jay says no. It was one workshop and none since because it turned into them telling each other what they didn't like about each other's set. Everyone fought and it was over. Did you go to this, Leah? Holy shit. Holy shit. Ty took advantage of an elderly vet. He is garbage. Is she an elderly vet? So I saw them advertise more than one. They had one and then they said we're doing it again. But you're saying it never transpired? Whew. So imagine women getting together, not having a plan, and then it devolving into arguments and petty mud flinging. Oh, wait, regular rules? The night started as nice Patrick. It's gotten back to regular Patrick. Look, I've had conversations with people about this. Like, this is for your own good. It's like, are we all supposed to tell Lex Las Vegas the spotlight is on par with this show? Are we all supposed to tell Ty Rivera that Ochabar is on par with Kill Tony? What like, by the way, after he told us all it was quickly becoming the Kill Tony of the West, he immediately abandoned it and shut it down. It's like, would you do that if you really believe that was happening? Three of the women who did told me how it went. Holy fuck, I'd pay heavily up to $2 for tips. Holy shit, we're getting tips. I just got a tip about a Delegaff. Now, this person who sent me this tip, you didn't send your Venmo. So I'd love to Venmo you your $2 for your tip. Delegaff on an awful Vegas YouTube show. Oh, no. Live tip coming in. The first time $2 tips. For those who may be joining the show late, we're doing $2 tips now. Agent O at nobodylikesonions.com. Or if you can get my number, feel free to text me. And send your Venmo $2 for just giving us a tip. Somebody to look into in your comedy community. Somebody to look into. A picture from an open mic around town here. Audio. I would never record a comic's unfinished material and put it up. But I would never discourage a lesser person from doing it. If you're a piece of shit, and you have no qualms about recording a show and sending it to me, who am I? Who am I to get in your way? Okay? So if you want to do that, $2 tips. This is 2021 Vegas Vibes Season 9, Episode 4, Dylan Delegaff. So this is pre Blue Zone Comedy Tour. Linda was a Green Beret at Fort Bragg in Jim Hopper's unit. Yeah. I think I remember hearing about that. She's a veteran with brain trauma. Okay. Can we just stop giving every broad that looks like a scarecrow from a distance and every dude who looks like he, should be skateboarding in a Crystal Pepsi commercial stage time? That's a reference to Linda and Skippy Sprinkles, by the way. Enough's enough. What are we doing? As if Linda Marcus Smith is ever going to become the next Grandma Lee. It's like, no. If you guys don't know Grandma Lee, she was a goddamn treasure. And coming up in Florida, I got to work with her a lot and fuck her several times. Big time intro for 42 views and comments turned off. Why are comments turned off in everything Delegaff's involved in? Why, when I point out the sponsor, prostance.us, prostantz.us, go there right now and look at it. prostantz.us. Oh, all of a sudden this insult company is erased from the internet and pulled down their website. But I thought you guys sell insoles and you sponsor ability camps for kids. Oh, wait. Did Patrick point out a grift? Yeah, people in the know. Grandma Lee, man. Grandma Lee and Pretty Paul Parsons. If you don't know Pretty Paul Parsons, you missed out. I doubt there's even any internet video of Pretty Paul Parsons. I work with Pretty Paul Parsons at a biker bar in like Hialeah, Florida, where we got chased out by the bikers because Pretty Paul was talking about fucking kids too much. Oh, fucking hell. Do you guys like Esmeralda Padilla Gould? It's Dana Gould's daughter. Esmeralda Padilla Gould.
Good day, Las Vegas, and welcome back to Vegas Vibes, giving you a peek at what's grooving.
Again, all that intro and green screening, and they don't bother to white balance her skin or get her good audio. Holy shit. I love Dillagaff. Linda's way too old to be working at State Farm. Ty also talked about how great his life was while rats were living in his stage, in his stove, and eating his dog's food. Not exactly a reliable source. Oh, God. Who's fucked more comics, Angie, Krum, or the Comedy Chateau? I'm going to get Dillagaff to produce me a special on the Cube. Didn't Pretty Paul Parsons manage The Undertaker? No, but you know, God, I wish I could go back. I wish I still had, yeah, but my green skin's because of the light. What about now? We go purple mode. We go red mode. I felt green tonight. I gotta talk about the time and find maybe, I don't know if I still have any of the stuff. I used to do Curt Hennig's. If you guys don't remember Mr. Perfect, it was an NWA, I think. Mr. Perfect, the wrestler. I used to do his website, and he was working on a set of children's books. It's very, very, very Savage. What's the guy's name? Savage? Who does Cool Cat? What's his fucking name? I can't think of it. The WCW. Okay, yeah. Mr. Perfect. Golden Boy. Curt Hennig. So he used to live in like Lakeland, Florida. And he was writing all these children's books. There's got to be Internet Archive of, oh fuck, Golden Boy, Curt. Anyway, he died while I was working for him. Curtis Michael Hennig. He used to draw these books. It was very cool catty. He wanted to have all these kids' books. He had several of them. They were called Golden Boy. The character's name in the books was Golden Boy. And it was like, Golden Boy does this. Golden Boy fights bullies. Oh, fuck. There's not going to be any of this on the internet anymore. And I guarantee you I don't have a copy of it. The only place I might have it is in my old email. Can you play the perfect promo where he does everything perfect? It's pretty funny. We'll get to it. I got another tip about Dilligaf from the same guy. You're not sending your Venmo. You must not want your $4. Oh, we just got another one. Diaz Mackie with Dilligaf. This guy's going deep. Agent O at nobodylikesonions.com. We are loaded up now on shit to
and
watch.
ruin in the music, pageantry, live production, and fascinating scenes in the city that never sleeps. And I'm your host, Esmeralda Padilla Gould. I would like to thank the avid viewers of Vegas Vibes on Vegas Live TV, ACTV, WCE TV, and BingeNetworks.tv. Especially those watching on my favorite devices, Roku, Kodi, Amazon Fire TV, Samsung and LG Smart TVs, and of course, in my very own website, VegasVibes.us. Please continue
The noise in this is painful.
support my show as well as my Vegas Vibes network by telling your friends to like Vegas Vibes on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. We continue to celebrate the Vegas Vibes moment that Las Vegas is now fully opened, which means the music, pageantry, and live production scenes in the entertainment capital of the world has begun employing long sideline artists, performers, and highly skilled workers to slowly but surely welcome locals and visitors to its world-class entertainment.
They love putting these Asians on who can't talk. You ever know, you go to like a Chinese restaurant or the airport. It's like they look around and go like, who's got the worst accent here? And it's completely not understandable. You're going to be on the mic calling names. A Seinfeld 4? It's like, holy shit. Like, how is this woman a news presenter and interviewer? We have another woman here in Vegas who does a review journal YouTube show named Jen Auh, A-U-H. I don't know how people learn to talk so poorly. Like, it's like when you see LA Comedy Club's flyers. It's like you guys have seen other flyers, right? No, we just fucking throw all the information, every line in a different font, and put it out on the thing. Most of it's out of frame. You can't read it. It's great. We're LA Comedy Club. We don't listen to advice. Tim Tables is in the chat. Sorry he passed. Piper passed when Earl was working with him. Rough losing wrestlers. I got a weekend show with Mitch Fattel and Rob Van Dam coming up next month. Wrestlers are good dudes. They're clogging up the comedy industry. Where there's not much fucking money to be made anyway, with mediocre talent. All these guys immediately rocket to headliner. You know, T.I. the rapper is headlining at Jimmy Kimmel's. It's like, oh, okay, we're never going to be taken seriously. I'll tell you one thing you'll never see. T.I. headlining at Laugh Factory or Brad Garrett's. What is Kimmel's doing? Yeah, sell some drinks, and it's not like people can go to the bathroom anyway. Next stop, racist rant. No, it's all included and wrapped into this rant. Who's throwing away $8? Let's go.
And now we'll begin watching mega concerts and major sports events live and in person.
The audio's all out of sync with her mouth.
Introducing a multifaceted comedian. So if you want to have a good laugh, don't go away. Welcome back. Las Vegas remains to host the best and the biggest resorts in the globe, and some of the best entertainers in the world live right here in this great city. It's bursting in the seams with creative juices, and those mega
Why didn't you get any of those people?
Can forever be parked in the shade. So start planning your trips to Vegas, and when you see a particular show or live event announced, book it without delay, as tickets will come and go super fast. You snooze, you lose, so be on the lookout always. In a few moments, I will be joined by Dylan Dilligaf, who's been entertaining audiences all over Las Vegas, Nevada, at Treasure Island, House of Blues, Luxor, and many more venues, all leading to his 6-year residency with the Tickle Me Comedy Club. And I have the pleasure of working
6-year residency with Tickle Me Comedy Club. Who's Tickle Me Comedy Club? Who's Tickle Me Comedy Club? Who runs that? What the fuck? 6-year residency. This guy sucks so bad. Holy shit. Holy shit. All right, we're going to continue. We're going to look up Buddy Rose. We're going to do all this stuff. We're going to do it, though, over in the after show. And the after show is going to be for members of the channel only. That's right, members only. Click join below or head over to the Nobody Likes Onions main YouTube page, and you'll find the membership join button. It's $1.99. If you want to give more, you can afford to give more. And a lot of people do. Some people give up to $50 a minute. It encourages me to go longer and join the party over there, okay? Don't be one of the over 40 people in the chat right now who don't come over, okay? Because I see all the names. Chris Waldeck, Earl Skakel, Tim Tables. I know it's going to blow your mind and hurt to give me $1.99, but the Noodles of Newland only has to sell a couple streams for you to cover that, okay? By the way, could we stream the Noodles of Newland? Is it available anywhere, Tim? I'll happily pay. Phil Pareto, Isaiah Israel runs Tickle Me Con. Oh, this guy's running Notoriety now, who they pretty much stole this whole thing from Laugh After Dark. Just their whole fucking idea. They tried to use their search engine terms and ticketing outlets under the same name and stuff. It was shady as fuck. Everybody, it's $1.99. Join me over there. If not, join us on the Overdose, nobodylikesonions.com/overdose, and watch any of the after shows at any time. I got 2 more things coming in from the same guy about Dilligaff. Rivera and Dilligaff together. Diaz Mackie and Dilligaff together. We might have to watch all this. Thanks so much. Looking forward to hanging with you on the after show. The show will pop up. If you're a member, you'll see it. It's going to come up on our live show feed. I'll also put it on Instagram and Twitter. Thanks, guys.
Your manner is most unbecoming of a gentleman. Would you be high on cigarettes?
I don't know if the comedy hasn't hit them yet. They're full-blown retarded or just high on cigarettes.
A question posed to stupid hoes who don't get it yet. Excuse me, miss. Are you high on cigarettes? I don't know if the comedy hasn't hit them yet. They're full-blown retarded or just high on cigarettes. All the laughter that you dig, boy, if you listen to the show, boy. Patrick melting faces have you stacking NLO point. It's the low point, not the reason. The reason is fucking gold. Gonna make the Taco Pony party be a party of soul. To make you vandalize a van with a pedal sticker so bold the family probably get arrested before they get down the road. Or stupid motherfuckers just got NLO. Other radio shows are straight bitch mail prone. Talk shit on the onions that nobody like past. Have my homeboy lame prank call him fast. Have him thinking that he hates him like right before he berates him. And the way that he baits him, put him right on blast. Like Patrick is an asshole and his show won't last. And every time I called in, he treated me like trash. He would abuse and berate me for the sake of some laughs. And the worst part was when he fucked your mother straight in the ass.
Well, I don't know if the comedy hasn't hit them yet. They're full-blown retarded or just high on cigarettes.
If you want to see the rest of this show, head over to nobodylikesonions.com/overdose. Get access to our entire back catalog of shows, thousands of hours of stuff that we've done since 2005. I'm one of the oldest podcasters your dad talks about, so you're going to want to check it out. Also, you're supporting the show. We don't do ads and all the stuff that all your other dumb podcasters do. You'll never mention, you'll never hear, stroke. You'll never hear me mention Blue Apron or all this other stuff. You just got to join the Overdose. You'll get access to stuff. You'll save on any merch you might happen to want from our cheesy-ass store. And more importantly, there's so many rabbit holes of characters and backstory that you probably don't understand as being one of the noobs in our chat hanging out over on this YouTube thing. So if you want to see the rest of the show and you're watching this on YouTube later, head over to nobodylikesonions.com/overdose right now and join. If you're watching live, hang out, join the channel, and we'll see you soon on the other after show feed.